Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered, who am I really? Not your name, not your job, not your role in the world, but you, the awareness behind it all. Most of us spend our lives building identities, brick by brick, belief by belief. But what if everything you've been told about who you are is a lie? This isn't a conspiracy. It's not a theory. It's a crack in reality, one that begins the moment you question the most sacred story, the story of the self. Welcome to Mind Crack Theory. We live inside stories, your name, your upbringing, your personality type, your career path. These aren't facts, they're narratives. Our brains are storytelling machines. From childhood, we're taught to form a coherent self through the lens of experience. But the more you investigate this story, the more it falls apart. Who were you before someone gave you a name, before your opinions were shaped by culture, media, school, and trauma? Most people never ask, because the answers are unsettling. They require a kind of death, not physical, but psychological. The death of the story we cling to. If you've ever felt like people avoid deep conversations, you're not imagining it. The deeper you go into truth, the more resistance you face. Why? Because truth is threatening, not just intellectually, but existentially. When you challenge someone's worldview, you don't just debate facts, you shake their sense of identity. We are biologically wired for social survival, and questioning the group consensus, especially around meaning, identity, or values, triggers a defense mechanism. Deep thinkers often become outsiders, not because they're antisocial, but because society prefers comfort over confrontation. Neuroscience can't find the self. Philosophy deconstructs it. Spirituality dissolves it, and yet we cling to it. Why? Because identity feels safe. It gives us a role to play in a chaotic world. But what happens when you stop playing? You realize something terrifying and beautiful. You are not a noun. You are not a fixed entity. You are a verb, an unfolding process of perception, memory, attention, thought. The self isn't an object, it's an activity, and activities don't exist independently. They depend on conditions, on time, on context, on consciousness itself. If you strip away every label, every belief, every story, what remains? Awareness, not a thing, not a person, not even a mind, just the silent witness. The presence behind every thought, emotion, and sensation. This awareness isn't personal. It's not yours or mine. It simply is. And yet, it's the only thing that never changes. Thoughts change, bodies change, roles change, but the witness remains. This is what mystics and sages across cultures have pointed to for centuries. The self isn't something you find, it's something you lose. And in that loss, you discover truth. A deeply authentic person reflects back what others hide. They become a mirror. And not everyone wants to see their reflection. This is why deep thinkers, artists, mystics, and philosophers are often cast out, ridiculed, or ignored, not because they're wrong, but because they disrupt the norm. Society isn't designed for truth, it's designed for order, and truth often breaks things. To live honestly is to risk rejection, but it's also the only way to live without regret. Thinking got us into this, but it won't get us out. The mind is a powerful tool, but it's not the master. Most suffering comes not from events, but from the stories we tell about them. The path to peace doesn't lie in better thinking. It lies in seeing through thinking. When you observe thought without attachment, you begin to notice the spaces between. In those spaces, there's stillness. In stillness, clarity. And in clarity, freedom. Not freedom from life, but freedom within it. You are not your name. You are not your past. You are not even your thoughts. You are the awareness in which all of it arises and eventually fades. The journey of self-discovery is not about becoming someone new. It's about remembering what you were before the world told you who to be. This is Mind Crack Theory. Thanks for thinking deeper. If this spoke to you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Not for the algorithm, but for the community we're building, one mind at a time.